Traditionally, alignment is not a word you're going to learn about in business school. It is not a word that you're going to hear talked about among investors, among the business moguls of the world. But you are going to hear about it here. That's my whole thing. If you did not know, my name is naomiolutayo, the brand priestess, and today I want to talk to you about alignment and what it really is and how it speaks to the structural integrity of everything that you're building. Alignment is not a frivolous, fluffy word. It's not a woo-woo word only spiritualists use. Alignment speaks to the structural integrity of your brand's foundation and how it's built. Alignment speaks to the structural integrity and the foundation of how it's built. I don't know what shape this would be at, but there's three ways that you can look at alignment. Well, there are 3 points of alignment that you have to check as you're building and scaling your company. The first one is alignment between your vision and your business. So that's the vision that God has placed in you to birth and materialize on this earth, with what you're actually building on earth. So what's physically being manifested and what's spiritually manifested within you that's waiting to be birthed. There has to be alignment. Secondly, there's going to be alignment between your brand and your business. And yes, there's a difference. If you type in naomiolutayo, the hidden difference between a business and a brand, you're going to find a long form video exactly about this, detailing the differences between a brand and a business. But essentially, a business is an entity with its core function of making money. The brand exists because of the business, but its core function is impact. And they both need to be tended differently, so that they can complement each other and bring about what it is that you're building. And the last point is there has to be alignment between every moving point within your business and within your brand. And of course, within those 3 points I just said, they all have to align with each other. There has to be congruence. When there's lack of congruence between those points, you get holes. So I want to give you an example. Imagine claiming you're a luxury brand and you have a Canva logo. And when I say Canva logo, I mean like a really janky, ugly looking logo that doesn't even look luxury. Or just branding in general that's very just not subpar. No, that is subpar, I should say. That is an obvious misalignment. But let me give you something that is normalized. Scaling to retailers' doors, like hundreds of retailers' doors, before you have the financial scaffolding or backing, and also having the bandwidth structurally to hold that. A lot of times we prioritize growth at any cost over sustainability. That is a form of misalignment. Another example is your marketing strategy. Your marketing strategy not aligning with your luxury brand promises or your premium brand promises. You might be trying to sell a premium brand or a premium product, and the way you market it is very home business, or it's very like just not at the level of what your brand requires of you. Those are all forms of misalignment, and they may work. Like, the thing is, alignment doesn't speak to how successful you can get. When you build an alignment, it's a direct contradiction to capitalism. And in capitalism, the sustainability and the structural integrity of your company is not your problem, because the goal is a fast scale and exit path. But when you build an integrity, you're building for longevity, and you're building with honor of yourself, your customers, your employees, the earth, the environment, and every other thing that comes into contact with this entity. So for alignment, and when we speak of alignment, you're speaking to the strength of your foundation too. When you have your brand contradict your business, when you have your operations contradict the way your business structure is set up, when you have your marketing strategy contradict the product, there are holes. And that not only affects sales, maybe not now, or maybe it is now, but maybe not now, but down the road. It may not affect you immediately, but it will. These holes will always make themselves evident eventually, and you're going to pay for it. And not only that, when there's a lack of structural integrity within those points, you are missing the mark for the materialization of what God has placed within you. When you receive a vision of this sort from God, from the divine, your ancestors, whatever it is, you cannot bring it out outside of alignment. Not only are you making a foundation that's weak for yourself, that puts your employees' livelihoods in jeopardy, that puts your impact for sale, you're also shooting in a different direction than the vision that you're supposed to be bringing out on earth. And you know your purpose is tied to this. We think that we can kind of shortcut these things. Like when we think that we're like, oh yeah, I felt like God gave me this vision 7 years ago, and yeah, I'm going to not follow the path I'm supposed to take, and I'm going to use the cheapest materials possible, and I'm going to mistreat my employees, or I'm going to undervalue myself in front of my employees because I just can't imagine being worthy of the quality of person and this experience of a person working for me, or I'm going to make this financial decision that's going to bankrupt me, but I want to keep up appearances. Whatever it is, the 2 + 2 is not making 4 in that equation. In order to bring about this vision is alignment. That is the standard of excellence for you as a spiritual Black woman founder. Your vision will be fully actualized. You yourself as a founder will be fully actualized when you take the time to align and when you commit to that alignment. Now, if you are that founder who knows that they have something of importance, of impact, of magnitude and scale that is supposed to change the way the system operates, whatever system you feel called to, if you know that you're a founder and you have something that is generational, that's literally going to be passed down through your lineage, I need you to go into the description box and sign up for my newsletter called Letters from My Living Room. Letters from My Living Room is where spiritual women founders of product brands come to be recalibrated, where they come to be activated, and when they come to be aligned in deeper conviction of this vision that God has given them. Not only do I share different strategies, wisdom, revelations that I receive, and that's imparted to me throughout the week, I'm also sharing a lot of the things that I feel like maybe a little bit too heavy or just a little bit too much for my socials. I put it all in there. If you are a spiritual woman founder of a product brand, a spiritual Black woman founder of a product brand, I need you to join my newsletter so you can receive these frequent letters from me so that you can be supported on your journey for realignment. The link is in the description. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I am posting every single day this September. So you'll see me tomorrow, but to be notified for every single time I post, I want you to click the subscription button. And I would love for you to also click the bell to be notified. Anyways, I thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye.